Grace and peace. I'm up. The Lord woke me up about an hour ago. I at least think, but right now it's like 5:21 in the morning, and I didn't want to wait and try to remember what He was kind of telling me, and so I was awakened by like this feeling in my chest, and but before I start speaking, I just want to ask the Lord to just cover this what I'm about to say, so that the enemy may not use any of it against me. Because as His word says, weapons are formed, but they won't prosper. So I just don't want to give the enemy any type of ammunition to build a weapon, even though I know it won't prosper in my life. But I just had this feeling in my chest. So I was laying here trying not to think about it. And as I was trying not to think about it and praying about it at all at the exact same time, I just started thinking about a whole lot of things. But the most important thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I'm going to tell you why my heart sometimes has this this weird little feeling or whatever. I had a rough 2020. Very rough 2020. It was like I learned so much. I had so much joy. I turned 40. Like, so many great things happened, but some bad, some very trying things happened too. And I'm going to talk about some of the trying things. And I lost 4 people last year, and when the last person passed away, I had this same feeling in my chest, and I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know how to react at all. So it was like it bothered me so that I went to the ER. I'm sorry about that. I went to the ER and I just began to cry. And the lady just was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay." And so she asked me, like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like, I just had this funny feeling in my chest. And needless to say, to try to speed things up, because I can be very long-winded, I kind of expressed to her that it feels like my heart was broken. I said, that's the best way I can explain it to you. Like, it don't hurt like pain, like somebody punching me in it or anything like that. Like, it wasn't physical pain, but it just felt so like my heart was broken. And we know, we all know that that's emotional. And so she said, "Oh, well, that's real, And so I went about, going to different. My doctor sent me to a heart specialist, Then my doctor sent me to the pulmonary function test, to a pulmonary function specialist. So I went there, and then I had like a mammogram all at the exact same time all last year. And then the first time I went, it was inconclusive, and then it was just like, okay, you got to come back. And it was just like, okay, a lot of emotion, right? But God is so good. He was good last year, and He's still good today. He's still good this year. He's still good at this very moment. I know I'm up early, and it might sound weird to be up, this early, but This is the time He wants. I'm up. So I had the same feeling in my chest. And so I'm laying here. I'm laying here, and then I go to the restroom. And in the restroom, for people who know me, that's basically where I really talk to the Lord. Like, the Lord really talks to me in the restroom. Hey, that's just our place. But anyway, I had this thought of like, I trust God, right? I trust Him. He went about causing me to trust Him, like just being there for me and all of that. But then as I was in the restroom, it was just like, can God trust me though? Can he trust me? Can He trust me to, when He sends somebody in my path, can He trust me to love them the way that He would? Can He trust me to help them the way that He would? Can He trust me to smile at them, or clean them and wash them like He would? Because God don't care how dirty. He don't care how dirty we are. He's willing to get His hands dirty. But can He trust me with that? So I'm sitting here right now. I know I heard it. I know I was thinking about it, but can He truly trust me with that? And I want to be able to say yes. I want to be able to tell you guys like, oh, the Lord can trust me. But I don't want to rush into that answer. I don't want to just say something just to be saying anything, because that's not cool. Because when God says something, He means it. And He goes about showing and telling exactly what He said. He goes about doing what He said. And so I want to be a person with the same character. I want to be a person that takes a moment and thinks about the question and answer it properly. And knowing and understanding the question, so that I can answer it properly. Okay, I think that was it. Thank you, Jesus. Like, the question is, can God trust me? I want to sit with that. I want to really understand that. Can God truly trust me? Can He put someone in my hands and they be okay? And I don't mess them up, and I don't damage them any further than they've already been damaged? That whatever He asks me to say and do, I will. So that that person, His child, will be better when they leave me, or when He causes them to move on, that they're better than before they ever even entered my path, before He even ever allowed them to cross my path. Will I not damage them? Will I encourage them and love them like He loves them? Because He didn't send them in my path for me to damage them. He didn't send the person or persons or anybody to cross, in our path for us to damage them, for us to have them going away even more hurt. So can God trust me with His most precious thing? And that is, He loves us. Like, it's us. It's so us to the point where he came and he died. He put on this flesh. Something man, he put on flesh and he died for us. So can he trust me with something he died for? Something that he wants to spend eternity with us. Can he trust me with his most prized possession? Can he trust me with that? So that's what I'm thinking about this early in the morning. And I ain't gonna say this early in the morning because I don't want to say it like I'm upset for being up, because I'm not. As you can see, I'm wide, like I'm very awake. And when he wakes you up, you just get up, you know. It's just I know I'm doing a lot of wiggling and stuff like that, but I didn't intend on doing this. But I just didn't want to try to remember it later today. So, yeah, that's the question. Can God trust you? It's not about if we can trust him, because he's proven himself. But can he trust us to keep the secret? Because God don't tell everything. He don't tell all our business. He don't share everything about us with everybody. There are some things that he just holds very close. And it's just between you and him. Can he trust you to keep the secret, Tony? Of the person that he sends your way. Like, I'm literally getting it as he's like, I'm not saying that I know what to say right now. Like, it's literally coming to me. Like, can he trust me to be kind? Can he trust me to really care? Can he trust me to have compassion? And I remember my pastor saying, like, compassion is a compound word. It had come as the very first word. Come. Passion. To come and to have oh Lord, how do I want to say that? I think I just want to stop at the come part. I think the passion will come to me in a minute. But some people just need us to come. Some people just need us to show up. Some people just need us to sit and to not say anything. Everything don't need a response. It don't. And I'm learning that, like, sometimes it's okay to just be in a room. And I know that I used to think that I was listening to people. Oh, I'm listening to you. But all the while in my head, I'm already thinking of how to respond. I got how I'm going to respond in my head. I'm going through it. I'm going over it. But that means I'm not listening. I'm responding. I may not have vocalized that to the person that I'm in conversation with, but in my head, I'm just responding. But to actively listen is to just get rid of all of those thoughts in your head and to sit there and to literally listen. So, can God trust me to listen? Can he trust me to listen to somebody without responding? Can he trust me with that? Can he trust me to go to where they are? Can he trust me to call them? Can he trust me to reach my hand out, because he always has his hand outstretched, always ready to catch us, ready to keep us from falling, ready to be exactly what we need in that moment. Can he trust me to be what somebody needs in that moment? Because if I'm supposed to have the character of the king, this is his character. This is what he does. And the only reason that I can say it with such passion, is because I know it. He has done this for me. He has reached his hand out for me. He has caught me and kept me from falling. He has loved me unconditionally. He has forgiven me. He has shown me that I can trust him completely. Now, can I do that for somebody else? Can I be, as people would say, his hands and feet? Can I be that to somebody else? And I think that is truly loving your brother as Christ loved you. Like he said, a new commandment I give you is to love your brother as I have loved you. And I know, sometimes we say the other one, the other verse where it says, love your brother as you love yourself. Sometimes we don't love ourselves, man. Sometimes we don't even understand what love really looks like. We can't even fathom it. It is beyond us. And so it's like, I'm sorry, this is going to be looking very weird, but I don't care. We can't even fathom loving somebody like that. But then God said, there's a new commandment I give you, which is to love your brother as I have loved you. And so when I sit with that and I think about that, because I don't want to be a hasty responder anymore. Can I love somebody unconditionally? Can I love them when they're being mean to me? Can I love them when they don't even want to talk to me? Can I love them when they don't respond back to my text? Can I love them when they don't call me back? Can I love them when they don't answer? Can I love them when they can cuss me out and say mean things? Can I still love them? Can I love them when they physically put hands on me? Can I love them when they break my heart? Or do I need space? Or do I need some time? Or, like, am I just crossing people off? Like, no. Can God trust me with that? Because he's showing me that I won't let people talk about you. I will be your defense. I will be your refuge. I will be your fortress. I will be your high tower. I will be the place that you can run into and be safe. And know that you can rest and know that you can there's peace here when you run to me. Can he trust me to be a peaceful place for somebody? Can he trust me with that? Oh, I hope so. Oh, I hope so. Lord, I hope so. I hope that when I sit with the rest of this answer, that when I sit with this answer, that when I sit with this question, that's what I really want to say. I'm sorry about that. That when I sit with this question, that my answer will be yes. That after I go over everything, because I don't believe that God wants us to hastily answer him. Oh yeah, sure. And don't mean it. We're just responding. But we didn't really hear the question because already in my head I'm responding. I'm not listening. But then I want somebody to listen to me. So God had to show me, like, Tony, I just need you to be in the room. Clear your mind. Just be in the room. And I'll give you what to say. I'll give you the response. But what I need from you is to just be in the room. And so I read the other day in the Word of God where it says he will give you what to say at that very hour. I used to think that it was all about like this certain room that you, or this certain presence of people that you would get in and get, be in front of, and then God would just give you what to say at that very hour. No, that's anywhere. That's anywhere. God is like, whatever room you enter into, whatever person that I send in front of you, I'll give you what to say. Just be in the room. And sometimes that room have important people in it that you think, but all people are important. All people are important. But when you start thinking like, oh, it got to be this room, and then that's the right room, then you have respecter of persons. You don't value the little room as much as the big room. Well, I ain't going to say that room versus that room. We ain't going to talk about big or small because they both important rooms. They both have God's people in them. And he wants them to know something. So if you won't tell it to the small, if you will tell it to the small, and you won't tell it to the people you consider to be the big people, then you got respect of person. You should be able to tell it to the people who you think supposed to know it, and the people who you go about dancing around those folks. No, they need to know it too. So whatever room God puts you in, he'll give you what to say. It's how I see it now. It's how I'm understanding it now. Don't matter the room. Because all that mattered to the Lord was telling us what we needed to do, no matter the room. He was in what we consider important rooms, and then he was in rooms that we would consider not so important rooms. But he told them all. No matter the person, you still need to know. So, I think that's all that was on my mind today. Well, I ain't gonna say today. At this very moment, that's all that was on my mind. So, can God trust me? That's the question. Can God trust me? Can God trust you? To just be in the room, to say what needs to be said, to love, to listen, to love unconditionally. Not just to love, but to love unconditionally. Can he teach you, can he trust you to go where they are? Can he trust you to keep a secret? Can he trust you to be a peaceful place for somebody? Can he trust you with humility and integrity? Can he trust you with these things? Because that's who he is. And so I'm going to pose the question again. Can he trust you, Tony? Can he trust you, whoever watched this? Don't answer right away. Take some time. Because if the answer is yes, then we got work to do. Well, I love you guys to life. And I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. All right.